Hey guys, what's up? It's Kyle from Redneck Outdoors. Thought I'd bring you guys a video on how to disassemble the Mossberg 500. This of course is my tactical version. It is not loaded. Safety is on and fingers off the trigger anyways, but it is still unloaded. This is my tactical version with the Blackhawk pistol grip and adjustable buttstock, the Blackhawk foregrip, and a 19-inch barrel. This is just your standard Mossberg 500 field model that I have modified to be tactical. I have bought an older barrel that was cut off. I bought this Blackhawk set, but other than that, it's your standard. Holds 5+1, meaning 5 in the tubular magazine, 1 in the chamber. Regular safety and standard gold trigger that comes with the field model. Well, I think that may be special, I don't know, but it's just a regular field model Mossberg, guys, and I'm going to show y'all how to disassemble it here. For those of you that have the tactical set, you're going to need one of these. This is a special Allen key that came with the tactical set. You're going to need this to disassemble the weapon. Of course, some other tools you might need are a pair of pliers, and of course a sharp object to push out the trigger housing pin. I just use a pair of scissors and they work great. So first, of course, we'll do a safety check. The weapon safety is on. You guys see no rounds popped out, chamber's clear, and the tubular magazine is clear as well. Sorry if I'm a little far away, guys, but if I get any closer, I don't think you guys will be able to see the shotgun too well. I'd have to make sure I show the individual parts. Okay, for those of you with the tactical setup, this only concerns you. For those of you with a regular wood grip and all that, you can go ahead and skip to the next part. For those of you with the tactical set, pull your buttstock as far out as it'll come, the adjustable buttstock. Take your special key and remove the buttstock and pistol grip off of the weapon so that you may disassemble it to clean it or whatever. You know, just look at it, make sure everything in there still looks nice and durable, and boom, see, it comes off in just a couple seconds. So there you go, that's it. We no longer need this little wrench. It can be set aside because this is off. It can be set aside till reassembly. Actually, first thing you should do, guys, of course, is set the slide to the halfway point. Unscrew the screw right here, which, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Mine, I don't know why it does this. When I shoot it, the screw gets tighter. If you guys know why that happens, please tell me. But if your screw is tight, like I said, this is what you may need pliers for. Just take the pliers, do just like that, get the screw nice and loose. But please, if any of you know why this thing the barrel tightens up on me like that to the tube magazine when I shoot, please let me know. But unscrew that screw, barrel's disassembled, set it to the side. Go ahead and rack your slide forward. Take your sharp object like scissors, and right here below the trigger, or yeah, right below it here is the trigger housing pin. Go ahead and take and just like this, boom, push, and then pull it out of this end, and there you go, guys, trigger housing pin. Now the trigger housing pulls right off of the weapon. You can set it to the side. Now, I don't know if you guys just heard that. Those bars, they're supposed to rattle. Turn the gun upside down, and the interrupter and stopper bar, 2 bars, should fall out into your hands. Now you're going to want to take and line your bolt carrier up with the grooves in your weapon. Just look down in the receiver end and you'll see the grooves, and pull out your bolt carrier. Then push your bolt out where the barrel should be, and then your slide will come off. For those of you that need to know how to get the slide off of the action tube, maybe you need a bigger action tube or something. If you have one like this, take your AccuChoke wrench, because if you got one like this, your barrel should be an AccuChoke barrel. Should have came with a couple chokes and an AccuChoke wrench. Take your AccuChoke and turn that right off, and then that separates. Now, one last thing, your lifter, right here, this little guy that lifts the shells up into the barrels, take it, squeeze it like a pair of tongs, and it pops right out. Here you go, guys. I would remove the magazine tube, but for some reason mine does not want to come out. You can remove that if you wish. It just screws off. But there you go, guys. That's basically the receiver. Pretty much just the receiver. It's just the receiver in the magazine tube now, with a spring and a carrier in the magazine tube to carry the shells. Okay. Now time for a reassembly, guys. We're gonna go ahead and jump right back into it. Take your lifter. Squeeze it like some tongs. See, you can see the holes it goes into. Slide it right down in there. Take your bolt. Slide your bolt and make sure you get it in the grooves, guys, because in the receiver of the weapon there is grooves that your bolt follows. So make sure you get it in those grooves. Next, put your fore grip, whatever you want to call it, fore-end grip, and your action tube and action bars, and slide them back onto the weapon. Now, once you get to the point where they're about to go in, you're going to have to pull them down and line them up with these two small holes, which it's best to stand your weapon up like this to do it, or your Mossberg up to do it. And now they're going to stop right there. They won't go any further. Take the bars and pull them back again until they click, and then they push in. Now, on your left-hand side, look down into your receiver. You will see on your action bars on the left-hand side it has two notches. Well, you only want to see one notch coming past the grooves. Then you can take your carrier, drop it down into the grooves where it was before, and then line it up with the bolt. Then you should be able to rack the slide and everything carry in there without falling out. So we're good. Now, we're going to take our interrupter and our stopper. Now, this one here, hold it up close so you guys can see it, goes on the left-hand side. You'll know right where it goes because that little piece that comes off of it, there's a hole in the receiver for it to fit into. This one here goes in the right-hand side. You'll also see where that goes because it's got a nice little groove. Now once those are in, take your trigger, all that, your trigger mechanism and everything, and it should just slide right back in like that with no problem. And then take your trigger housing pin, put it in the gun, and it should push in just like that. If not, take a hammer, something like that, and lightly tap it in there. Because sometimes, if they're new especially, you got to break them in. It's like a new pair of tennis shoes or something, guys. You got to break them in. New pair of boots, something like that. Now, of course, for those of you with the tactical set, the same way you took off your tactical set, or your tactical adjustable buttstock and pistol grip, put it back on the exact same way. That's what I'm doing right now. I am reassembling my pistol grip and all. As I said, for those of you with a wood stock, you can skip this part. I will put the wood stock on the gun whenever I go to do a cleaning video on it, so you guys can, with a wood stock, you guys can see what it looks like with a wood stock and how much quicker it is to disassemble. It is a lot quicker without the tactical set, without this Black Hawk tactical set. But after you've got that put back on, right there, you got to put back on, put your slide to the halfway point, slide your barrel on, take and tighten down the screw, and once it starts clicking and you get it tight, there you go. That is your Mossberg 500 reassembled, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you guys out some. For those of you that needed help with this. And that's it for this video, guys. Like, subscribe, share, favorite, and me and Frank will see you guys in the next video. Adios.